back to the sawmill, friends. First thing we need to do today is crank up the 574 and go put the bucket on it. It's a hot day in Tennessee, and for the job we're going to do first today, I'm going to be really thankful we have an air-conditioned cab for this tractor. It ain't going to get no cooler. So the first thing we're going to work on today, guys, is doing some flail mowing. I've already got the mower on the back of the 574, but we don't have anything on the front end loader. The pallet forks are on the track loader, and I like to have something on the front end loader for counterweight whenever I'm mowing. So I guess we'll put one of these tractor buckets on it. We've got two to choose from. I think I'll get the bigger one. Tell you what, when you put front end loader attachments on a cab tractor, it's kind of difficult to see what you're doing. A lot easier on the skid steer. I think I got it. Nope, I ain't got it. Get it? No, I only got one side of it. These weeds ain't helping either. I think we may have it. No, we didn't get it, but I can get it out of there so I can see what I'm doing at least. Alright, I don't think you guys can see that, but I think I got it on there. Alright, let's lock her down. Oh, that one didn't seat all the way. I think that one did though. Sometimes you gotta tilt the bucket back just a little to get it to seat all the way in. Hopefully that done it. There we go. I'll tell you what, guys, I need to burn this pile right here. It's getting out of control. Might do that tomorrow. Now we'll take the tractor up here and check the oil, and we'll also put some grease in all the fittings. It's a little windy today, and they are saying that we might have a storm later on. But as my papa always said, don't believe what they say. People would always come around on Sundays at dinner time. We ate, every Sunday growing up, my grandmother would cook a big Sunday dinner. All the grandkids, all the kids would come around and eat, you know. And Papa John, that was his name, was John Elliott. He would sit on the front porch in his chair with his Doberman right there beside him. He loved dogs. And he would always say, don't believe what they say. He had a lot of different things to say. He didn't just say that, but that was something that always stuck with me. So guys, if I can give you any advice for in today's video, don't believe what they say. He would say that all the time. He would look around, he would go, who is this they? Who is this they that always say something? It's always stuck with me. A lot of truth to it. And something else he always said all the time, and my buddy Brian down in Texas, Brian Harrington, would get a kick out of this. So John loved coffee, drank coffee all day long. Kind of reminds me of myself. I drink coffee all day long. And he would always say, get me a cup of offie. He'd start calling it offie all the time. Get me a cup of offie. Things you remember. I think he passed away, gosh, 2009, 2010, something like that. I can't remember. It's been so long ago, I tell you. I should remember, but I can't. But I think he lived to be maybe early 90s. I'll have to ask my aunt about that. I can't remember. Alright friends, I'll get the grease gun and a few rads. We'll check the oil. We'll go over all the grease fittings. We'll check out the flail mower. It should be good to go. And while I'm doing that, you guys go get you a cup of offie. I'll be right back. Alright guys, got the tractor greased up. The oil level's good. Got the flail mower ready. And I think we're ready to mow. This right here is what we're going to be knocking down. This is about 1 acre. And in the past, my neighbor, or not really neighbor, but a guy that lives down the road, cuts this for hay. and I think he retired. I don't believe he's cutting hay anymore. I couldn't find anybody else to come over here and cut it, so we used a flail mower today and just knocked it down ourselves. Shouldn't take too long. Alright friends, I just finished up mowing down here, and I'll tell you what, it looks pretty good. That flail mower does a great job at chopping up all the grass and not leaving a mess behind. I used to run a bush hog on my old tractor, gosh, about maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and it done just fine, but when you went over grass like this or anything, it wouldn't cut it up as fine as the flail mower does. I think the flail mower does a better job than a brush hog. Changed my mind. Let me know in the comments below for you guys out there that are running bush hogs. I prefer the flail mower, but I guess everybody's got their own preference. I think I'm done for the day. I know it's early, but I gotta stop because I got some neighbors back here behind me and they're having their annual little gospel concert. They have a stage over here on the back side of their farm, and every Father's Day weekend, they always have a small concert for 2 days in a row, and it started about an hour ago. So I want to be a good neighbor and not sit here and run my tractor tonight or the sawmill and let those people enjoy their music. But don't go anywhere because tomorrow I'm going to be right back at it. We're going to be up at the sawmill sawing up some poplar. So it may seem like a few seconds to you guys, but I'll see you guys back here in about 12 hours. Don't go anywhere. All right, friends, welcome back to the sawmill. It's the next day. Let's see what we can get done. All right, guys, we got the Kato up here. We got the pallet forts on it, and the first thing we need to do is stack up all this poplar and take it down to the kiln. So my goal today, and what time is it? God, it's already lunchtime, I tell you what. The day gets away from me so fast. I spent all morning editing videos, and here we are already halfway through the day. And I gotta quit about 6 o'clock because my neighbors are having another concert tonight. So we'll see what we can get done. We may get this done, we may not, I don't know. We're gonna load up this poplar, we're gonna go up to the sawmill, cut up about 2 more poplars to add to this. Then on the very top of this load, we're going to put red cedar. All of it's green. You can dry red cedar and poplar together as long as they're the same thickness and the same moisture content. Being both of them are green, we're in good shape right there. You will not want to dry air-dried poplar with green cedar. You want everything to be as close as you can on the moisture content. They're in the same group of woods, so we'll be okay on that. And I think we can get most of that done today, hopefully, before they start sanding next door. So let's get these stacked up in the kiln and we'll head back to the sawmill and work on some more poplar. To be honest with you guys, I don't think I'll get this thing turned on today. I really don't. See it when you get done. All right, guys, we got 2 poplars ready for the sawmill, and they are pretty nasty. That one right there is not too bad, but it's kind of small. And this one is decent size, but check out where the pith is. Way down there in the bottom corner. This log right here has a lot of issues, but a good use for it will be 1x6s for shiplap. It's been on the ground for a little while also. Not much bark left on it. See what it looks like inside, friends. It may surprise you. All right, guys, not a bad yield on that log, actually. 120 board feet. Not too bad. Boards turned out pretty good, actually. Some nice poplar in this. And look over the background noise. They're doing the sound check over on the stage. It's about, how far is it away from me? It's about 80 yards that way, so just right down from the hill behind the sawmills where the stage is. And also, if you're wondering why I'm stacking these boards over here, not dragging them back, is so I can drive the pallet forks right under them, pick them up, and take them straight to the kiln. All right, friends, now onto this poplar log right here. I believe it's around 9 feet in length. Pretty small in the diameter, it looks like about 12 inches. We'll get a few boards out of this, not too bad. We'll go ahead and finish this up, take all this poplar down to the kiln, get it stacked, come back up here and grab all this red cedar that's right here, and also that stack of red cedar right down there. And that should be a decent load for the kiln. And I think if I go non-stop for the next probably hour or so, I can get this done by dinner time, shut everything down in time for the concert to start right here behind us. Key word is I think. I need a new blade on the sawmill. That's a Joe Maine Silvertip Turbo 7. You guys know that. If you want those blades, give Joe a phone call. Cell phone number's down in the video description. So that blade has been on there for several days. It's getting pretty dull, but I think there's enough life left on that blade to finish up this log. You guys hang in there.